Hi everyone, it's Renee Beth Poindexter, and I'm excited to tell you today that I am officially launching my book, my new book called Living the Potential, Engaging the Wisdom of Our Youth to Save the World. This book, I'm saying, is related to my personal story about what the youth have taught me over the years. As you might know, I was a teacher for many years, for about 6 years, and I had to leave the system of education to enter the world of business to sort of find out what business could help. I didn't know it at the time, but when I look back on it now, I was looking for the answers, that there must be a better way. That the students I had about 180 students and 6 classes. And I realized that it was impossible for me to help each one of those learners become who they're meant to be because the odds were stacked against me, 1 versus 180 students. And I suddenly realized that there's got to be a better way to help meet the needs of each individual learner. But no one else was questioning the system back then. I was, and I thought there must be something wrong with me. So I thought maybe I should go into the world of business and find the answers. So I traveled the corporate ladders in many different industries, from construction to education to healthcare to technology to software. I mean, just most people ask me, gosh, Renee, what haven't you done? Well, quite honestly, because I had the skill set of communication and business development and marketing, I could travel into these different domains to learn a perspective from each one of those types of businesses. And along the way, of course, once a teacher, always a teacher, I learned what I needed to learn, and I wanted to pay it forward and help other people. Then I started my own coaching company, consulting company. I even had an executive search business because I was really trying to help people bring the best of who they are to their life. And as we all know, many of you who are listening to this right now might have found that you settled for less in your life because you really didn't know who you were when you made those career choices. So think about it. Think about who you were as a student back then, and then look at what's going on in education today. And if you have kids, you probably are noticing some of them are joyful and happy, but most aren't. And the system of education is needing to evolve, and they're doing the best they can. But let's face it, it's a domain that we all count on, and it's part of society that's changing everywhere. So how can we help the kids in a way that we aren't yet doing? That's what this book is. It's a call to action, and it's broken down into like an organic nature of learning. So I think there's some important distinctions to make between learning versus schooling. And the first key concept I introduce to people is that learning is a journey in which you unfold your intelligence from the inside out. And most of our life, we're thinking of, we got to stuff all this knowledge inside of us so that we can become successful and knowledgeable. But if you don't know who you are as a learner, and you're learning all this knowledge and there's no application for it, chances are you may spend 14,000 plus hours, K through 12, and even more into college with huge debt, and graduate and still not know who you are or understand the contribution that you could make if you kind of had, what should I say, if you would have had the time to actually look inside and then apply your natural curiosity to what you want to know. And since technology has changed so much, let's just say the classroom is the universe. And so how we learn together in multi-age, intergenerational groups and cross-pollinating domains is what this book is about. How do we do that? But the first step is understand, what is your learning strategy? What did you learn about yourself as you were going through your life? And you may be a teacher, you may be a forward-thinking business person, an entrepreneur, you may be a mother or a father, and you're looking at, the best thing I want for my child or for the youth, the kids in my classroom, is for them to be successful. So in living the potential, engaging the wisdom of our youth to save the world, I'm inviting you to a new perspective, that what if our kids have the answer and we aren't listening? And if we were listening, what would it look like? That's what this book is about, and it's a call to action, actually. You can learn more about it also at my website, livingthepotential.com. And I'm starting some courses on living the potential, 21st century mentoring. So new ways for learning in intergenerational community where the youth have a voice. It's not them just receiving, it's them contributing and actually reciprocating what they have to share in an exchange so that kids can be more, let's say, respected and honored and maybe have more of a sense of meaning for their life. Because let's face it, right now we've got some problems. And if you look at what's going on with the kids today, and start to really look at the statistics of what's not working well, there's a problem when the leading cause of death, or the second leading cause of death for kids between the ages of 12 and 21 is suicide. That's a problem. When bullying is a huge issue happening in the schools, that's a problem. When we've got teachers suffering from burnout because they're overwhelmed, they're there to usher in the spark of their students, yet they're being rewarded for doing other things like raising the test scores that may or may not have anything to do with the students that are sitting right in front of them and who they are becoming. So I think it's going to require a societal shift, a paradigm shift, in which youth are included in this new world that they are in and that they will be inheriting. So I suggest that we all take a look at Living the Potential, the book, the conversation, and let's just say there's courses, webinars, masterminds. There'll be a place for you if you want to engage in the conversation. So take a look around and stay tuned. When you get to the website, click for more information, and we'll make sure that you stay tuned in with what's coming next.